Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video here. So I want to talk about something that I saw on Twitter, then I also saw comicbook.com write an article about it. And yeah, it's an interesting interaction, and it just got me thinking, like, imagine if it did actually happen, like what it would actually do for that specific character. And I'm so for it. I think it would actually be really exciting. And then I was just thinking about that more in depth. Like, you know what? That's kind of the thing about the Fear the Walking Dead characters is like, there are certain characters on Fear the Walking Dead that are really great characters that it just kind of sucks that they're on Fear the Walking Dead, right? Like, if they were in any other Walking Dead project, it would be so awesome. So anyways, before we go any further, obviously make sure to be a subscriber if you do want to get more Walking Dead content like this. Tomorrow I will be doing my Q&A or I guess my Discord Q&A. So if you haven't followed the Discord yet, definitely go do so. I have a lot of questions on there already that I have to get through, so I'm going to go through all of that. But if there's anything else that you want to throw in there, obviously there's a Q&A section, so just like post them in there. And yeah, I'm going to go through that later today, or I guess most likely early tomorrow. And then, yeah, I'll get that Q&A out. So let's actually talk about what I want to talk about here. And that is Jeffrey Dean Morgan, you know, I guess kind of congratulating Alicia Dednam Carey, I guess, for her time on Fear the Walking Dead and just all the success she's had, you know. And it was interesting how he ended the tweet and then Alicia Dednam Carey's response to it. And that's kind of what I want to talk about here, because I think, man, I think if this were to happen, it would be really exciting. So let's actually get into it. Jeffrey Dean Morgan posted this tweet here in which he basically sort of invited her, right? And that's exactly what the article says here. Jeffrey Dean Morgan invites Alicia Dednam Carey to join the show. It's not like an official invitation, although I'm sure he would totally love her on board. But he says, "To the incredible at Dednam Carey, you kick ass, period, on and off screen, whatever is next, I'm here for it. Congrats on an incredible run at Walking Dead AMC World. Will miss you and patiently await your return. How do you feel about New York?" And then, yeah, first of all, when he says that, you're just like, oh shit, because obviously the spinoff they're doing, right, Isle of the Dead, they're going to be filming that probably next month or the month after. It's going to be this summer anyways. And immediately I saw this and I was like, oh shit, like that would be, you know how cool that would be to actually have Alicia on that spinoff, like Alicia, Maggie, and Negan. Man, you know, I could just, that's the kind of crossover we want. You know, we don't want just like Morgan or Dwight going to Fear the Walking Dead, because that's just not fun. No one, I mean, I guess people like Fear the Walking Dead. And the thing is, like, Fear the Walking Dead can be good. You know, we saw that with season 6, but I think the more exciting crossovers is like bringing the Fear characters to the Walking Dead. Having Alicia, you know, interact with Negan or Maggie, that is what I want. You know, honestly, I think that's something that a lot of people can get on board with and a lot of people would be really excited about, because that's basically what you want to see from all these interactions. And that's the thing, like, you're building up this like cinematic or television universe, right? You got to do this stuff more and you can't wait too long. And that's sort of the worry I have is like, you know, introducing this in the next, like maybe not next year, because, well, they're filming this summer, so it'd be really hard to get that done, right? But for season 2, so in 2024, having Alicia join, I think that'd be perfect. You know, have her film next summer. You don't want to wait like 4 or 5 years where people don't care anymore, right? Like, you got to get on this stuff now. Like, you got to make the world super exciting. You got to do a lot of crazier stuff like this. But yeah, Alicia Dednam Carey, she responds with like a bunch of hearts, says, "Thank you, crying face, means the world coming from you. Bad bitches forever. New York is the best. I love it here." Which is basically like, obviously she's not going to say outright like, yes, I want to join. But obviously, you know, seeing that response, I'm like, I think she's open to it. I do think she's open to it. And, you know, could she ever join? I actually think so. And I actually saw that Scott Gimple retweeted it. I'm pretty sure, actually. Here, let me just confirm that quick. Yeah, he did retweet it. Actually, he retweeted Jeffrey Dean Morgan's tweet. And, you know, obviously I think he would love her to come back. And I mean, it's really because it's Alicia, right? To have Alicia Dednam Carey on any Walking Dead project is big because it's Alicia Clark. And a lot of people are going to be excited about that. And man, I definitely think the door's open for whenever she wants to come back. I really hope it doesn't take too long. But seeing something like that, I think it's absolutely perfect. And I think it's a really great way in bringing Fear the Walking Dead into the CRM universe, into the Rick movies and stuff like that. And yeah, again, this is just, seeing this is just really, really cool. Because the thing is, like, I was thinking about it, like, why did Alicia Dednam Carey leave? It just seemed like she likely left because she was on the show for so long, right? She wanted to change the scenery. it's really that simple. Like you just kind of get, bored of things. You just kind of like, you know what, it's time for me to move on to something else because you're doing the same thing over and over again. You start to question, is there any more I can do with the character? I kind of want to go out and do other things. And she was doing it for what, 7-8 years? Like it's been a long time. I remember when Fear the Walking Dead started, it was 2015. That's so long ago. Holy shit, that's so long ago. And, they were filming beforehand and whatnot. And it's been a big part of her career for a long time. She's devoted so much time to it. So, I look at it and I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. She wants a change of scenery. She's close to 30. She's been doing it for her whole 20s. Like, she just wants to do something new. But I think if she was offered to play the character again, because obviously she loves playing the character, there's a big fan base there. Obviously, like, that's just a lot of fun, right? I think if she's offered to play that character again, but on Isle of the Dead with Maggie and with Negan, to be a part of the main Walking Dead story. Does she take that opportunity? I really think so. Like, it just makes sense. Anybody would take that opportunity, right? And I just love the fact that Jeffrey Dean Morgan reached out and kind of threw that out there like that. He could have just said, like, you're incredible, you kick ass, you're amazing, whatever you do, I'm here for it. But he just sort of threw that at the end there. It's such like, he's so welcoming. That's one of the things that you really learn a lot about. The people on set, the people who are making this, they're such a loving family. They really want the best for you. And just this gesture here is definitely something that it's exciting, as a Walking Dead fan, to actually think that Alicia could come back in some way. And so I thought it would be kind of fun because this has been thrown out there. So now people who are fans of Alicia are going to be talking about this. I want to talk about how this could potentially happen, right? Because Alicia, the last time we saw her, she just kind of walked off and that was it. She walked off and that's basically it, right? Well, in terms of how this could actually happen, she would have to go to New York, basically, right? Like, she would actually have to be the one to go to New York. And the reason why I say that is because whatever is happening in New York, I mean, first of all, the show was based in New York, right? So it's going to be like that's the big selling point. It's called Isle of the Dead for a reason, right? Like, they're not going to go there and then just like leave right away. Like, they're there for a reason. And I think, that the best explanation that you can give is just have her, like, she's wandering around. Maybe she's following some people, because remember, when she left, she wanted to go help people. Maybe that just led her to New York, right? Maybe it was something CRM related. Maybe she got captured by somebody, right? Like there's so many easy ways to explain this. And then, yeah, Negan and Maggie just run into her, help her out, this and that. And then slowly, they can find out from her that they knew Morgan or Dwight. And then, you know what I mean? You have that interaction there. And then Negan's going to be like, oh, shit, you knew Dwight? How's he doing? And just all of that there. And then eventually, that opens the doors to, like, because everyone at that point is going to be talking about, well, how's Madison going to find out Alicia's there? This and that. Well, slowly Fear would go over there. And then, having Dwight and Negan interact again. Like, there's a lot of reunions that people want. A lot of people want these things. And I think this opens the doors to it. And I never really thought about it too much. I'm actually kind of happy that they never killed Alicia off, because I was actually saying that, like, it makes no sense to just kind of keep the door open like that, to leave it so open-ended, because it just gets frustrating because those questions are always there. But I think if they actually do something like that, then it would actually be exciting for people. And I really think in this situation, the ball's in her court, right? Like, if Alicia Dednam Carey wants to come back, I really think they're going to make it work. I think they'll do it immediately. I think she's going to do some stuff first for a bit, but I could see in a couple years her coming back. I just hope it's not too late with Isle of the Dead, next year, I could totally see that happening. It seems like a lot of people do that. A lot of people want to go out and just do their own thing with their careers, and then they kind of miss The Walking Dead and they want to come back, right? Like, I remember seeing that with Andrew Lincoln as well. Like, he wanted to leave, and you could tell it's for the same reasons. Like, he just wanted to leave to do something new, to start something else, right? And then as soon as he went out, it was like after a little bit, I think it was like in 2020, he was already talking about, like, he's itching to come back. Like, he wants to come back and play his character again already. Same with Lauren Cohen. She went out, did her own thing for a little bit, and then she wanted to come back, and then now she's back here full time. She's getting another spinoff, or not another, but she's getting a spinoff with Negan. Crazy things happen. Like, the world's transforming so much. Anything is possible. I just think that we are getting to that point, and not necessarily yet. Like, not actually yet, because yes, you're ending The Walking Dead this year. So you don't want to do a crossover yet. Obviously, you just want to end the Walking Dead story. But in the spin-offs, you could probably do some crossovers there, right? Which I think would make things really fun. Maybe you don't want to do it in season 1, of both shows, of the Daryl spinoff and the Maggie spinoff. But I think in season 2, or maybe at the end of those seasons, you could do something where maybe, I don't know, some character appears, right? And the one character I could see Daryl meeting up with in his spinoff is likely Jadis. Like, I could actually see Jadis playing a big role in that, right? Maybe she's the villain. I don't know how that would go, but I could totally see that because Jadis seems to be kind of everywhere. I know in World Beyond, she was there. She was like in New York or whatever. But the thing is, like, she was there just for a little bit, right? Like, she was ordered to be there for a little bit, and then afterwards she left. So she could be going back to Europe, right? Like, that could be basically what's happening there. So yeah, story-wise, I think this could happen. I think this is such an awesome invitation, just kind of throwing it out there. I think it would be amazing. Personally, I think it would be awesome, but I would really love to know what you guys think. Would you guys like Alicia to be in Isle of the Dead? I actually think it would be so perfect. And just, yeah, again, seeing this interaction on Twitter was just super cool. So post all your thoughts down below. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.